It is peak iPhone season right about now, and I bet all of your feeds are full of Apple this and iPhone that, so I figured now is a good time to bring you something completely different, a tech palette cleanser, if you will. This is Eufy's Clean X9 Pro robotic vacuum cleaner, and Eufy wanted to partner with me to show it off because they're very proud of it. What they don't know is that I'm gonna stress test this thing with 3 tough challenges to see if it's up to the task of daily household cleaning. The first challenge is the obstacle course. The Clean X9 Pro has 3D time of flight sensors and an AI camera right on the front to help it avoid any obstacles in front of it. Now, I have a dog. His name is Monty, and he loves leaving his toys all over my living room floor. So what I've done to sort of reenact that is arranged his toys in a line here, and I've instructed the robot to clean this area in the app. The Clean X9 Pro can actually map out your entire house with its Lidar scanner on its first session, and it'll display your floor plan in the Eufy Clean app. Not only will it display walls, furniture, and other obstacles, but it'll also mark any cables it sees so that it knows not to get tangled up in them. To start the obstacle course test, all I have to do is hit the zone button, drag a little rectangle onto the floor plan where I have all of the toys set up, and then tap the play button. The robot begins its cleaning process, and as soon as it sees an obstacle in front of it, it will move around it, and it'll even mark that obstacle inside the app. If we speed up the footage, you can see that the Clean X9 Pro easily skirts around all of the dog toys and cleans up the area around them. It continuously stops and turns as tight as possible into the obstacle to make sure that little sweeper brush is pulling any of the nearby dirt into the vacuum. All right, cool. It passed the obstacle test. Now it's time to see if it can actually tidy things up, what this thing is designed to do. The Clean X9 Pro has a floating main brush and a high-powered motor capable of 5,500 pascals of suction power. For this test, I'm gonna dump a bunch of expired instant coffee onto the floor, along with a bunch of other bits and pieces of garbage to see how well it can suck it all up. The app lets you choose how much suction power you want through 4 different options, and with how much dirt I just threw onto the floor, we're gonna go with the strongest option. On its very first pass, the Clean X9 Pro was able to suck up most of the dirt on the floor extremely quickly. Some of the coffee grounds were left behind for just a brief moment, but then the robot came back for a second pass and got every little grain of dirt, leaving the floor nice and tidy. But the floor isn't really clean though, is it? We kind of just removed the visible dirt layer from it. So now it's time for the most important challenge. Mopping. The Clean X9 Pro has what they're calling the Mop Master. There's dual rotating mops on the back of the robot that spin at 180 revolutions per minute, and they're able to apply 1 kilogram of pressure to remove tough dirt or stains on flooring. The water comes from the included charging dock. If you lift the lid of the dock, there are 2 tanks in there, one for clean water and one for dirty water. Sticking with the whole coffee theme, I poured a bunch of old nasty coffee onto the floor and let it dry into a stain. I set the robot to the maximum amount of water flow, and after just a single pass with the Mop Master, the floor was stain free. It's actually kind of fun to watch this thing work, and I love that there's a little LED Mop Master light on the back to show when the mops are rotating. Now, I did this on vinyl flooring for a good reason. Vinyl flooring is waterproof, and it can take the high water flow option from the Clean X9 Pro. On my main floor though, I have flooring that's water resistant but not fully waterproof. Up there, I use the low or medium water flow option so that I don't soak the floors too much, and even on those lower settings, the floor looks noticeably cleaner after just a single pass with the robot. If I flip open the lid on the dock and pull out the dirty water tank, you can clearly see how much work this little robot has been putting in. All of this dirty water has been pulled from my floors over just the past week. The other cool thing about the robot is that it has a carpet detection sensor. If the robot detects that it's climbing up onto carpet, the mops in the rear will raise up so that you don't get your carpet wet. The only carpet I have in my house is this little doormat, but it actually works really well. Once the Clean X9 Pro has finished its cleaning session, it will automatically return to the dock. It'll then reverse all the way back in and then immediately begin cleaning its mops with these brushes that shoot out clean water on the inside. There's actually an air dryer inside that puts out hot 40 degrees Celsius air to prevent the growth of bacteria and to dry the mops fully in between sessions so that you don't get any nasty smells coming from a wet mop. In terms of other maintenance, every once in a while when the dustbin fills up inside, you'll have to open the lid and empty it out, but the 410 milliliter capacity is plenty for multiple days of vacuuming, and the clean and dirty water tanks last even longer than that before you need to empty and refill them. I set my robot on a schedule in the app to vacuum and mop every other day before I wake up so that my floors are always nice and clean. And when you have animals in the house, that is no small feat, let me tell you. Surprisingly, the vacuum, even on its maximum suction setting, isn't very loud, and it doesn't wake us up or the dog up when we're sleeping, so you could easily run this thing overnight if you wanted to. It's a very cool little robot full of cutting edge tech, and anything that does my housework for me gets a solid thumbs up. If you're interested in picking up one of these for yourself, I'll leave a link for you in the description below. Hope you liked the video, thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.